Very good morning to you folks. My name is Ultan. I am an Erasmus student here in the University of Copenhagen from NUI Maynooth, and I'm here for 1 year. To anybody who's watching who might be on Erasmus themselves in another country, a very good morning to you, and to anyone who is on this Facebook group who is perhaps looking for inspiration to go somewhere themselves next year, then a very good morning to you as well. And I hope that you will find this podcast useful, and that maybe you'll find somewhere interesting that you will want to go for next year. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about Copenhagen itself. First thing to say is that the University of Copenhagen is divided up into 7 campuses, each of them dotted in various areas across the city of Copenhagen. And I am in the Faculty of Humanities, which is on the southern campus in Copenhagen. It's about 20 minutes from where I live here in Bispebjerg. You could get there on the bicycle in 20 minutes. And over the 2 semesters I've done courses in media, and this semester I'm undertaking a couple of courses in Danish culture, one being Danish culture in general and the other one being on the Danish environment. Now, just a couple of things to say about the university itself, and the first thing to say is that each class is divided into a 2-hour block. So basically what happens there is a class that will start at a 2-hour segment will always begin at 1/4 the hour, and then take a break at the top of the next hour, and then start up again at 1/4 the following hour, and then finishing at the top of the next hour. So just to give you an example, one of my classes is from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the evening, but the class itself doesn't actually start until 3:15, and then there is a period of class for 45 minutes until there is a break at 4 o'clock, and then at 4:15, following a 15-minute break, we start up again, and then the class finishes at around 5 o'clock, or maybe just shortly after. Now, another thing to say is that the courses in the college don't all last the full semester. There's some courses that could last maybe from the start of the semester and then finish halfway through, or there could be some that could start halfway through a semester and then finish at the end of the semester, in whether it be in the winter or in the summer. And another thing to say is that at each faculty, the classrooms, I should say, are very easy to find. It's just if the system that they have just takes a little getting used to. What they basically do is a room is allotted a building number, a floor number, and then a room number itself. So one of my classes, for instance, takes place in room 14-80. And that basically means that my class is in Building 14 on the Faculty of Humanities, in Floor 2 of Building 14, and then it's Room 80 on Floor 2 in Building 14. It sounds a little complicated, but once you get used to it, you're fine. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit now about what there is to see and do in Copenhagen itself. Oh, by the way, got the Denmark jersey on for this, promoting Denmark. There's something in Copenhagen for practically everybody, from, we'll say, like a museum, to an art gallery, to a bar, to country club or whatever. There's something for everybody. But a few places that I've been to over the semester, one of them has been the Copenhagen Zoo. That was the first place I went to, and it's on the west side of Copenhagen, and it's got basically what you'd expect in a zoo. It's got every species from all over the world, and it's a very, very big zoo as well. Like, you could spend like a good 5 hours on it, like I done one day. Then there is the Carlsberg Brewery, which is located on the southwest side in the suburb of Valby. And that basically gives a history of Carlsberg from when it was founded by Jacob Christian Jacobsen in 1847 right up until its present day. And then in the middle of the city there is the world famous Tivoli Gardens. It's the second oldest amusement park in the world and has got roller coasters, concerts, theatrical productions, basically anything that you would expect to find in an amusement park can be found in Tivoli. Now, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is, I suppose, some general information. Firstly, the currency that they use in Copenhagen is called the Danish krone. Now, one Danish krone would be the equivalent to around 13.914 cent in Ireland. And the thing about about Copenhagen as a city is that it is rather expensive, like pretty much everywhere else in Scandinavia. But there are some cheap bars as well, like in some of the student bars that I've been to, you can get a bottle of Carlsberg or Tuborg for around 25 to 30 krone, which is roughly about 3 to 4 euro, which I suppose is expensive, but it's not too bad as some other places. Another thing just to say is that if there's anybody in Ireland who decides to go abroad to Copenhagen who longs for a little connection to home, then there are 4 Irish bars in the city. They are the Globe, the Shamrock Inn, the Dubliner, and my personal favourite, the Irish Rover. And in each of these pubs you can go in and you can have a pint of Guinness, Smithwick's, or an Irish stew. You could watch a Premier League game there. You could watch the Irish rugby team or the Irish soccer team, and you could even watch GAA coverage. Not just in the summertime in the Championship, but they do show National League games as well on Setanta. So that's your little connection to home if you ever you want it. Now, the one thing that I really should mention is that everybody loves to cycle here in Copenhagen. Now, of course, as well as the public transport, on the metro you can be from the airport to the city centre in less than 15 minutes. But the principal mode of transport is the bicycle, and bicycles will cost usually around 700 krone up to 2,000 for a brand new expensive bike. But the thing is, the cycle network in Copenhagen city itself is very, very extensive, and you can cycle practically anywhere you want. And I have a bicycle myself. It's just downstairs here, and what I like about it is that you can go anywhere. You don't have to worry about rules on public transport, and also, if you've had a long and stressful day, sometimes a bicycle ride home can settle the nerves. You know, it can clear your mind. You know, it can give you time to think, and it's a chance to get a bit of fresh air and exercise as well. And I suppose the last thing, conscious of time here, the last thing I just want to say is that the Danish people themselves, they are very, very friendly, and some of them can be quite reserved. They'll talk to each other in their own language, and they'll group up among themselves, which is understandable. But if you approach them, they are very, very friendly, and they are very, very helpful. And in fact, it's a little known fact that the people of Copenhagen are the happiest people in the world. So that's really all I have to say on Copenhagen for now. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and I hope that it will be the first of many videos posted up by people who are on Erasmus around Europe, because I want to hear how other people are getting on, and I suppose other people who are looking to go on Erasmus next year would like to see a few more videos go up as well. So that's all I have to say for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions for me, feel free to post them in the comment section below on the Facebook page. And as we say in Denmark, tusind tak, et farvel.